Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me for the 5th and final episode of my first ever RC painting and airbrushing tutorial video series. Yes, I'm wearing a Ghostbusters costume. I put this together, something I had laying around, threw some patches on it. Just want to have some fun on the Halloween race, you know, represent my Ghostbuster theme race cars I'm going to be doing, and plus just have a little bit of fun. You know, this is a family-friendly environment, family-friendly race, and we're actually going to be doing like a candy drop on the racetrack and letting the kids rush out on the track, get the candy and stuff like that. So just having a little bit of fun with it being Halloween themed. But again, guys, this is the 5th and final episode. We're going to finally do the reveal. The painting process is complete. We're going to do the final reveal on both bodies, going to pull the plastic wrap back on the Super Street. Then I'm going to show you the cars in their untrimmed finished status. My last little portion of tutorial in this video is the final trimming on the bodies. We've got to trim them. Some of them have cut lines, some of them don't. We'll get into that in the video. And then we've got to mark and cut out our wheel wells. Again, my preference is I like to do it as one of the last things. Some guys do it before. That's on you. You know, there's no really right or wrong way of doing it. It's what you're comfortable with and what your process may or may not become. So again, guys, I really appreciate you guys checking out my first ever video series for the tutorial side of things. I hope you learned something. And to my fellow RC artists that maybe have watched this series too, I know some of you guys are looking at this going, well, you could have done this or that, or I would have done this differently. That's fine. And to the new people looking into this video series, that's something you're going to learn. As you do this, you will learn your own style. You're going to learn your own methods. You're going to learn to do things your way. And that's part of the process. But I hope that I was able to entertain you, and I'm hoping that any of the newer people that are looking at painting or airbrushing their first ever RC body was able to learn something. And lastly too, guys, for future tutorial videos, feel free to hit that comment section. You know, drop something you want to see. Tell me another airbrushed body method you'd like to see. Tell me a build, or if you want to see, you know, shock rebuilds, or you know, some setup tips and tricks and help, or something of that nature. Hit me up in the comment section with that, and I'll see what we can come up with for one of the next tutorial series. But again, guys, I had a blast doing this for you. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm going to let you enjoy the final reveal video. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, so here we go again, and it is reveal time for the Super Street body. So we actually did finish up the process in the last video, so it's just time to pull off that clear film and do the final unveiling of this body. Well, I shouldn't say final, because I am going to show you some pictures at the end of this video as well. But you can kind of see, you know, it's like a prize. After all your hard work, get to pull that film back and get to see everything, get to see your artwork finally in all its glory. And again, I absolutely love how these bodies turned out. Going into these, I really had no clue what they were going to really be. I mean, I knew they were going to be a Ghostbusters theme, but I wasn't sure of my layout yet. I wasn't even sure about doing the realistic flames or not on this body. At one point, I was thinking about maybe doing even some lightning bolts to kind of mimic like the Ghostbusters proton blasters or something. But had several ideas running through my head, and I'm really glad I went this route. I think they turned out awesome. Definitely unique. But you see that shading on that grill? See what I was talking about by just shading that on the top and the sides? Kind of gives it that, you know, realistic 3D effect, like it's pushed back a little bit. But again, really, really love the way these turned out. But here's the overall shots that I did. This is before I trimmed out the bodies, but I am going to cover that process with you guys here too, some of the final body trimming. But just giving you some different shots of each body here now that they're all finished up, that we could see it better than the tight area that I do my filming at. But again, man, I'm really, really happy with how these turned out. Definitely unique. If you just, you know, watching this video, and you know, I've already had this done for like, I don't know, a week and a half by the time you're watching this video. A lot of good feedback on my social media sites too, so I appreciate that, guys. But here we go. I'm showing you my curved shears, and you're going to also want some straight edge shears or scissors to properly trim out your RC bodies. And I'm going to show you this body here. This is the J Concepts late model body. You can see it has a trim line in the mold. So whenever a body has that, that helps out a lot. In some instances, you may trim beyond that or leave a little extra flashing. But on this particular car, I'm going to trim it right on where that trim mark tells me to go. Okay. And then, let's see here. Yeah, here comes the my Super Street body. Now, on this one, it does not have a trim line. But Shark does this for a couple reasons. One, this body is used on more than one platform for just dirt oval racing. So not having a trim line will allow the end user to be able to cut the body how they choose. So here you can see on this one here, I've got it trimmed out. I've got it sitting on the chassis now. And then now I've got to put my wheel well cutouts back. Where you're saying, well, maybe we should have cut them out before. I don't like doing that. Again, that's my own personal preference. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dry erase marker like you see there, and I'm going to take a tire and wheel that is the same size that I normally run on the car, and I'm going to line it up on that rear, and I'm going to line it up on that front. And then we're going to trace it out to give me an area so I know where to cut. So you can kind of see I'm sliding my fingers underneath, letting the wheel rest on them while I'm also letting my fingers rest on the other tire. So that gets the tire lined up pretty much perfect, as perfect as you're going to get it. And now I'm going to take that dry erase marker and go around and go ahead and trace that tire. And the beautiful thing about that dry erase marker is who cares if you screw up marking it? It wipes right off. Do not use a Sharpie, guys. We've already got that clear film pulled off, so this is why I'm using a dry erase marker, so remember that. You can get a Sharpie off of these bodies, but not without a little bit of work. So now I'm going to move to the rear, and we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to use my fingers, lining up the tire that you see up front, also lining it up with the tire that you don't see that's inside the body, holding it in place. Go around and trace the tire again. And that's giving me a good starting point, or not a starting point, that's telling me where to cut. There are tools you can buy that does this for you. There are wheel cutout tools. There's people that have templates that you stick on the body and you cut that out. There's various options for this, but I just do it this way. So you can see here I cut in whenever obviously I did all four sides, but I went ahead and cut out all my wheel wells and everything, and see how good they turned out. And that's freehand, me following a line. And now I'm just wiping off the excess dry erase marker. But if you don't feel like you can freehand and follow a line on a curve like that, look into one of those wheel cutting tools they sell. I've just been doing these for so long, and don't get me wrong, I can still jack up a wheel well. I have messed a couple up before and had to go in, open it up a little bit more, and I'd rather open it up just to clean it up a bit. But these turned out really good, I think. So here's you a finished picture of this car. And we did the same thing to the Super Street, exact same process. I didn't film it, but we did the exact same thing with extra set of tires, did the tracing, cut out the wheel wells on the Super Street body as well. But you can also see I went ahead and attached my spoiler to the car now. So this car is ready to hit the racetrack now. I may have to do a little bit of body edge trimming, depending on if it drags or, I roll over hard in a corner. I may have to trim a little bit more, but she's ready for the racetrack. So, and then we're going to cut over, and you're going to see now, here's the Super Street. And again, I used the exact same wheel well cutout method that I used on the late model body. Took another wheel the same size, held it up, and traced it out, and cut them out. And again, I'm really happy with how this turned out. And they actually look like a race car now, that you can see the bodies mounted and the tire wheel wells cut out, right? But really cool process, really happy with these bodies. I cannot wait to hit the racetrack with that. This coming weekend, actually. This Saturday is the Halloween Havoc race, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And guys, this is another area that I just want to have a little bit of fun with, was adding that siren to this car. It wouldn't be a Ecto-1 or Ghostbusters car without it, right?
So I added this just for a little bit of fun, have a, for a Halloween night race, or Halloween Havoc race, I should say. But again, guys, I greatly appreciate you checking out this video series. This is the final wrap. We did the full reveal on the cars. I hope for all you guys that were, wanting to learn something about the airbrushing process or body mounting process, or, even just a standard body painting process. I hope I was able to help some of you guys out. And again, please allow me to elaborate even further that, again, this was my method. There's several other airbrush and RC body painters out there that will say, well, JB, you could have done this or you should have done that. That's fine. But again, this was my method. This is my way of doing things, and I'm just hoping that I was able to help someone out there that's watching this video going, oh, okay, so that's how you do it, or well, that's a cool process or thought. But feel free to let me know in the comments, guys, if there's something particular you would like me to cover in a future RC body painting tutorial video. Hit me up in the comment section with that, and I'll be glad to try to see if I can accommodate some of those requests. But again, guys, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I've certainly enjoyed it. And like I said, for it to be a five video long series, a lot of work went into this one, but I think it was well worth it. But again, guys, this whenever you do a body that is all 100% paint, no stickers are on that car when it's finished. It's all painted. It's very time consuming, takes a lot of patience, and takes a lot of practice. And the more you do it, the faster you get at it. But the process is still always pretty long. But again, guys, hope you enjoyed. I appreciate you checking it out. As always, again, guys, please hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell icon if you want to be notified of all my future uploads. And always remember, guys, I'd like to throw it out there at least once in all my videos. Remember to support your local RC tracks, RC groups, RC clubs, and do not forget to support your local RC hobby stores. All right, guys, again, I appreciate it, and I will catch you next time.
Thank you.